To reach a higher level than 99% of people in the world, you need to take actions that the vast majority don't. This statement might sound like a cliche from a motivational speaker or like advice from that aunt who shares butterfly-filled Instagram photos with "good morning," which is alongside quotes from Clarice or Spectre, or other memorable phrases, even if they're not her own. However, this perspective is statistically grounded. Beating 99% of people in the world isn't as difficult a task as many imagine. Yet, people often complicate this process by believing in overly complex solutions offered by third parties. In reality, achieving this level requires several simple steps. In this video, I want to emphasize the fundamental steps you need to take to stand out from the majority of people in the world. These strategies are based on neurobiology and behavioral psychology. However, it's crucial that you actively engage in this process to witness your own evolution. Moreover, it's extremely important to stay committed to this journey, not just for the end result, but especially for the process itself. Many people enter the gym with specific goals, and when they don't see immediate results after a few days, they get discouraged. The same thing happens with extreme diets or intense workouts, where the lack of quick results leads to giving up. What unites these situations is a relentless pursuit of immediate results, ignoring the process itself. It's important to shift your focus from the outcome to the process because that's what generates motivation and sustains productivity over time. As time goes on, be sure to apply Stoic principles to solve life's problems consistently. Developing emotional intelligence can provide a sense of clarity amidst chaos, helping you make wiser decisions and overcome adversity with greater mental fortitude. The first step in managing stress is a significant risk factor for psychological disorders, and those who achieve success aren't necessarily the smartest, but rather those who better control their emotions. The frontal cortex, responsible for planning and execution functions, works in conjunction with the limbic system, which modulates emotions. These regions act in balance, alternating between moments of heightened emotional and rational activity. Rationality is crucial, but emotions also play a crucial role in our decisions. For example, it's challenging to change behavior if we don't experience negative emotions when facing unfavorable feedback. However, it's essential to find a balance between emotions and rationality, avoiding excessive immersion in them. Therefore, to stand out effectively from the majority, it's important to maintain effective emotional control. This involves being aware of one's emotional state, consuming content that promotes emotional intelligence development, and identifying stressors to minimize them. The second step is related to changing habits and possibly more effectively changing the environment than relying solely on willpower. The brain is capable of changing depending on experience and stimuli it's exposed to. For example, drug use can alter the brain's reward circuitry, leading to a constant craving for consumption. The same principle applies to other forms of behavior. The consequences of behavior tend to determine the likelihood of repeating that behavior. If an action leads to negative consequences, there's a tendency to avoid that action in the future. For example, if your goal is to quit smoking, it's important to change the environment that fosters this habit. If your goal is to eliminate harmful habits, such as alcohol consumption, pornography viewing, or other dysfunctional habits, it's important to consider how you control your environment, including the people you interact with. Research in the field of neurobiology shows that managing the context in which we live goes beyond simple willpower. Introducing an emotional diary can be an effective starting point for developing emotional intelligence. This record allows you to classify your emotions throughout the day, providing greater emotional awareness. Try keeping a journal where you can analyze at the end of the day how your emotions have affected your emotional state. It's important to understand that our actions have consequences. If your interactions or actions lead to negative outcomes, we are more likely to avoid them in the future, unless there are obvious compensating benefits. This understanding can help make decisions based on the consequences of our actions. It's also important to understand that brain plasticity allows us to better direct our desired behavior. Therefore, it's important that new experiences are pleasant and support the continuation of such behavior. We as humans did not evolve to be exclusively constrained. Special circumstances can awaken our less positive traits. Therefore, it's very important to take care of our environment, including the people we interact with, as they can influence our behavior, often in undesirable ways. We live in a world where we are constantly influenced by our environment, at home, at work, in school, or wherever we spend most of our time. People, situations, and the atmosphere present in these spaces all play a crucial role in shaping our emotions, behavior, and self-esteem. It's quite common for individuals to feel down or evaluate themselves negatively when immersed in an unfavorable environment. Imagine someone working in a place where interpersonal relationships are tense and the atmosphere is hostile. Even if they possess exceptional skills, they may ultimately feel insecure and inadequate due to the toxic environment surrounding them. The same goes for family, social, or educational contexts where negativity, lack of support, or constant criticism can undermine self-esteem and emotional well-being. However, it's essential to understand that negative self-perception doesn't necessarily reflect a person's reality. Rather, it's a reflection of the environment they're in. This doesn't diminish the importance of self-care and personal development, but underscores the significance of the surrounding environment in shaping individual behavior and emotions. Seeking a more adaptive and supportive environment becomes vital for healthy personal and emotional development. A positive, inspiring, and inclusive environment can foster self-confidence, creativity, and individual growth. When surrounded by support, understanding, and encouragement, individuals generally feel more valued, capable, and motivated to fully realize their potential. Caring for the environment goes beyond physical capabilities. It also encompasses emotional, social, and psychological aspects. This involves building healthy relationships, fostering empathy, promoting constructive dialogue, and providing opportunities for learning and growth. An adaptive environment not only benefits individuals but also contributes to the creation of healthier communities and a more inclusive society. Therefore, it's important to recognize the influence of our surroundings on personal perception and actively seek out spaces that promote individual well-being. By creating a more favorable environment, we not only invest in our own well-being but also cultivate fertile ground for the development and happiness of those around us. Quality sleep plays a crucial role in productivity and behavior. Imagine your brain as a superhero that needs rest to always be ready to save the day. Good sleep is a kind of energy recharge for this superhero, ensuring it functions optimally. During sleep, our brain rests and prepares for the next day, processing all the information from the day and gearing up for new adventures. If we don't get enough sleep, our superhero brain can't properly recharge, leading to feelings of tiredness, difficulty concentrating, learning new things, or even solving problems. Sometimes we may become more irritable or even sad, all because our brain didn't have the chance to rest properly. So to ensure our superhero brain works properly, we need to take care of our sleep. It's essential to maintain a consistent sleep schedule, such as going to bed around the same time every day and having a comfortable sleep environment. Remember that good sleep is like giving our brain superpowers. It helps us understand how crucial resting is to become smarter, happier, and better prepared to make the most of our day. Moreover, regular physical exercise benefits not only our bodies but also our brains. Some studies highlight the positive impact of physical activity on emotional regulation, self-esteem, and brain chemistry related to emotions. While money is important to some extent, research shows that good relationships are one of the key factors for happiness throughout life. Longitudinal studies demonstrate that cultivating quality interpersonal relationships can significantly contribute to feelings of well-being and happiness. Imagine life as a thrilling game akin to striving for a special prize. To achieve it, we prepare diligently, play hard, and do everything possible to attain our goal. This resembles having motivation and a surplus of energy to pursue something significant. However, the game of life isn't just about winning prizes, it's also about experiencing happiness and contentment with what we've already achieved. It's like celebrating smaller victories along the way, appreciating them, and feeling grateful for all we already have. Sometimes in our pursuit of the biggest prize, we overlook the smaller rewards life offers us. It's essential to find a balance between pursuing our dreams and being grateful for what we have already accomplished. This is akin to the game we play, balancing as we go. If we only focus on the big win and overlook the little joys along the way, like finding pleasure in the simple things in life, such as a warm hug, a friend's smile, a beautiful sunset, or even mom's delicious cooking. They could be much more meaningful than just the desire to win more and more prizes. So, let's keep playing this game of life, fueling our dreams, but also remembering to be grateful for all the small victories we've already achieved. By doing so, we can find greater happiness and savor every moment of life's game to the fullest. Being better than most people doesn't necessarily come from having more money, power, or material possessions. It's mostly about mental well-being and accomplishing tasks that give life meaning. True satisfaction lies in the little things and in finding a balance between motivation and gratitude for what we've already accomplished.